I made a video on Summer Wells and her last image. Unfortunately, it is too big for me to upload because I do not have the best technology at the moment. I believe what I had to say was important, and what I found out was extra important actually. I worked really hard on it and I'm going to try to upload it at some point if I can. But the gist of it was that I don't believe Summer could have hit her head on a rock at all. I believe it's impossible because when you slip, you fall, you hit your butt falls down, your foot goes up. Okay, that's number one. Number two, where Hunter was standing, he was up on land. If he just said in his last interview that he doesn't know what happened, he just knows she was underwater for 10 seconds, then how the hell would he have seen her hit her head in the first place? I think detectives probably asked him that, and that's when he changed the story, because Allison herself looked so uncomfortable answering that question on Unmasked. Number three, I think it's impossible for Summer to be dead and have rigor mortis. That is because her coloring. She does not have cyanosis. Cyanosis will occur, and that will mean that your lips, earlobes, and fingertips will start to turn blue from a lack of oxygen. This is happening while you are still alive. I inserted a picture of mild cyanosis for you guys to look at, just to compare with Summer. When I got to the part about dry drowning and secondary drowning, I found a very interesting article saying that they are different than what everybody has been saying. Number one, dry drowning, there is no water in the lungs. Every autopsy for dry drowning, there has been no water found in the lungs. Furthermore, those autopsies are just because people were found dead in the water with absolutely no evidence of drowning, no water in the lung. I will go over this through the medical journal information I found, and I will link it below. I'm sure I will have to probably cut this into two because of the data problem with my technology. But before I do that, I want to go over a few things in my last video that I cannot upload. Number one, this is for entertainment purposes only. I am not here to tell anybody what happened. I cannot tell you what happened. Nobody can. Only the police can after they have investigated it fully and appropriately. The entire point of this video is that we could come to the appropriate conclusions for Summer's sake, because this is for Summer Wells. This is not because I don't like Don. This is not because I don't like Candace. I have no problem. My video actually only helps them. Okay, in the last picture of Summer, you could see her hair is dry. You could see her clothes, they are dry. That means Candace would have had to have taken her, if she did drown, out of the lake. She would have had to have gotten her dressed by either taking her bathing suit off or having enough time for the bathing suit to be wet and her clothes to dry over that. It would mean that she had time to go get milk, start driving home without this child changing color. And furthermore, that would also mean that people believe that she had rigor mortis, bought milk to stop rigor mortis with also no color change yet. That's not happening in a drowning. For her to have been dead and to be taken out of the lake and all of that to be happening before that image, that child would have had to have changed color. It is also my opinion that the only thing that makes Candace look really guilty is Allison and Hunter. I do not believe their stories. I think that when he Googled the Twisted Tea Can, that just made me feel like he was just totally lying. Especially because afterwards he had to say, well, they had to have done something to Summer. I don't think he's a very good liar. I think the TBI caught on to that very quickly, and I think they just went on YouTube and social media and lied, and Allison lied for him to do a better job. And the reason I think they are liars is because Summer was a really good swimmer. For him to say, I needed to freak out that she wasn't up above water for 10 seconds. And, before that, the whole rock thing, like I said, he couldn't have seen that. There's only rocks at the edge of the lake. If she did even fall and maybe hit her head on a rock, it would have been towards the edge. And I don't see how she would have drowned at the edge of the lake, especially with all those people there. Okay, I don't think she got water in her lungs, which of course I will also get into in this next part. But of course, a concussion theory is possible, but I don't believe that, and I don't believe it because I don't believe their stories. Their stories sound made up, and I just said that, but let me go over this. If she did fall, when I think about it, it seems unnatural to fall and hit your head on a rock, unless you were pushed forward or something hit you in the head and you fell forward. So, if she is found with some sort of head wound, that makes me very suspicious of the people who brought it up in the first place. I don't like saying that about a minor, but honestly, I don't really think that. I just think this is mean of them, and they don't like Candace. So the whole, you hit your head on a rock, you saw her hit her head on a rock, and she was in the middle of water. Okay, I don't know how. It's muddy water. I can't see in the middle of water anywhere, unless it's a freaking pool and rocks don't float. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the second part, don't forget. Hopefully there's enough data to make it before I upload this, so you won't have to wait.